Like, I feel like you could do really well, and I was just so hesitant for so long just because, you know, as a female, sometimes we deal with body issues and things like that. And I'm a big girl and been a big girl my whole life. And so I was like, I just don't want to build mass and look, masculine. As it was my thoughts back then. And then he just kept wearing me down. And I was like, okay, let's do this. I told him, hey, I've got a trainer. I signed up for this competition. And 10 days later, he got killed. And so I was just like, I couldn't mentally, emotionally do it at that time as far as compete. I was just, it was tough, grief, mourning. I needed to do that before pressing forward. It was about 2 years after that. I just felt led, like, it's time, let's go. And so I found a trainer here at my local gym at Edge Fitness, a guy named Lance Moore. He took me in, he and his wife, Wanda, and, I did my first shows and first couple of years of bodybuilding with him. And, I started out, I did one show as a bikini competitor. And during that time, it was COVID, and it was really tough times as far as with working as a nurse, during COVID, and our hours were sick, and, it was just overwhelming, and I didn't have a lot of off time. So preparing for that was a difficult process, and I wasn't quite sure I'd ever do it again after that first show. But I took that next year off, just kind of recover completely from COVID, my jobs and the stressors of that, as well as like how the prep went itself. And then, I was like, let's do this. And I went figure. And that was amazing. I had 2 years of figure competitions. And this was my first year, 2024, doing physique. And Samatha took me on, I was 10 weeks out. And she took me on, that she's my new trainer. And, she made some changes in my diet and was able to, just guide me to where I needed to do, make some changes to be able to make the presentation on stage that I needed, that I had been lacking before. And I'm so thankful for that. It's been a great opportunity, great ride, and I love bodybuilding. I've been an athlete of all sorts in my adult life, and this by far is my absolute favorite. I just feel like literally I was born to do this. Like, I just have this fire that won't go out, and so thankful for that.
Well, like I said, I can understand. My brother, he was a football player. He used to play football here in our hometown, and he was really into lifting weights. And he used to buy the magazines. I used to love the magazines because as I grew up in the area, you had like Arnold Schwarzenegger coming up and Lee Haney, and then I get to my teenage years, and the women kind of draw my attention. But I can really understand when you lose someone like that. My big brother James, he was my mother's right hand man, and and it seemed like a family kind of changed. And you being a nurse, I want to say that thank you for your service, because you know what, dealing with that virus was awful. My mother, she had got it, and she died after that, and it's tough. I mean, especially trying to find time to work out, train, work, raise a family, and especially for a woman, because bodybuilding can be very tough, and there's a lot of prejudice against women in bodybuilding.
Yes, I completely agree.
Mm-hmm. We have here, we have some comments here. It's my man, KL Wonder says, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, bud, what's up?" Also, he says, "I like your arms, Samantha." He's a fan. And you got a little fix, guys, so be happy. And so, congratulations on getting your pro card. Let's celebrate. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is from a man, Davis Adams. He says, "Hello, how's it going? Everything's going fine." And also, Davis says, "You look amazing." I'm telling you, Samantha, whenever I get a new girl in here, these guys act like, the episode of Chappelle's Show when Charlie Murphy meets Rick James. He's had this guy, Nikki Free, and I thought Nikki Free was a chick, but it's actually the dude. But then said, "Yo, Shamar got a new girl. She's fine as a motherfucker." That's when I get a new girl in here. The guys get excited. So you started at bikini, and that was your first thing. what was the thing that got you to switch from bikini to figure?
It just didn't really fit my personality well. I like the structure more of the figure as opposed to the bikini, as far as like just the poses themselves and how you present yourself more. And plus, as my physique looked at that time, it definitely was more fitting as well. Just because I do have these broad shoulders and big chest, so it's just like I had the little natural V shape, just naturally. But putting in the work make my body change so much, and then to gain the mass necessary for physique has been amazing. If you would have asked me like 2 years ago, I know, I'm sorry, this name is,
That's all right.
and he is,
He's feeling.
he's deep in his feelings because I've been working a lot and he's been
Oh,
by himself. So
what's his name?
Achilles, he's
Oh,
old cane corso, and so
oh,
he's very needy right now because he's feeling neglected because I've been working so much. But
oh,
yeah. But
yeah.
if you had asked me 2 years ago, hey, would you be a physique competitor? I would have been like, no, I'm not going to get that big, blah, blah, blah. But I absolutely love the sun. I love the way my body looks. I've definitely worked really hard to gain the mass necessary and maintain my leanness. I I dig this look on me. I think it's great. And people ask me, hey, in IFBB Pro world, are you going to compete as bodybuilder or physique? Right now, where I'm at, Samika and I have discussed it in detail, and definitely going to compete as a physique competitor. I don't have the mass necessary to compete with those guys in bodybuilding world just yet. And I don't know if I'm going to go there. Whoever knows, again, you would have asked me 2 years ago, you're going to be a physique competitor. I've been like, no. But, here I am loving every minute of it. So who knows what the future holds with that. But definitely going to start out making my debut 2025. And, my goal for 2025 is going to be to qualify for Masters Olympia. That's my goal. So debut
Well,
early spring for Masters Olympia.
the list has come out for the schedule. You have it yet?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So they hadn't finished it yet because I was talking to somebody who told me that, the nationals are this weekend. So what they're gonna do is I think they're gonna have a meeting afterwards and add more shows because the states wait on some shows from overseas in Europe, and then also some other shows here in the States are not even start up yet. I think even have the Olympia on the list yet. And you mentioned the lovely IFB Pro Miss Shamika Cash. I had a pleasure interviewing Miss Cash a while back, and a great lady, strong personality. How did y'all two meet?
So one of my friends, his name is Derek Brasher. He goes to our gym. He's a trainer at both gyms that I go, Edge Fitness and Cash In Fitness. And so he introduced us. He knew Shamika from the past and was like, hey, you really need to be contacted with him, in contact with her, connected with her. And sorry, you guys.
That's
And
all right.
so we met and we like, she's an amazing lady, very knowledgeable, and very, just for her to be able to live in the world already and know what the business is about. And she's changed my life and it's been great. And I'm super thankful, also for my trainer from the beginning. Like, he took me in and believed in me when I knew, and things like that. So I'm super thankful for everyone that's been a part of this whole process in bodybuilding for sure.
Yeah, bodybuilding is a process, especially when you're training, work out. Most people, when they think about bodybuilding, it's all about, I gotta take these pills and get it big, and yeah. But they understand you have to follow a plan. consistency, diet, discipline. Even if you do use any kind of performance enhancers, it's not the big part of being a bodybuilder. It's like that part that helps you with your recovery and your process. Here we got here a comment here. We got here from this is from uh, Congress of Life that she's got some incredible arms. Thank you again, brother. Yeah. Also, this is from my man Davis, looking amazing. Also, shout out to my man Russ G. He says, "Congrats,
Yeah,
Samantha." Yeah,
yeah.
I interviewed Russ, and he saw that I was interviewed. Saying like, he mentioned that y'all met some time ago. I think that
Yeah.
was at the Junior Nationals. They say he was trying to set up with something. Maybe now you plan on doing your pro debut. Maybe y'all can set something up.
Yes, absolutely. He produces amazing art. I just love, and I'm eager to be able to shoot with him and be able to, make that happen and create some beautiful art because I definitely feel like we can make some strong art.
Yeah. He also says this. He says, "You are inspiration for us old people like me." You know, I can feel that because I just turned 50 about a couple of weeks ago, and it's just it's everything. Like it's cold right now. My bones are aching. My body's kind of beat down for all the years of working. But yeah, women like yourself, like I said, get into sport in your later years and find a passion for it. It's really a lot of respect, but also a lot of sacrifice and difficulties.
Absolutely. Like I tell people all the time, first of all, like so I'm 45. I got my pro card at 45. Going to be 46 in March. So I love, I love it that we do, no matter what our age, we have this opportunity in our world, in the bodybuilding world, to be the athlete we've always wanted. If you're driven, you want to make it happen, make it happen. You just keep pushing. But just being able to march out every single day, what you're talking about with the consistency. That's why I love this sport so much because as a fighter, as an endurance athlete, like there's times where you can be lackadaisical. You can, eat a hamburger or some pizza or whatever, and it not affect your performance that much. But then with us, it is like a daily, you have to hold yourself accountable every single day for months on end. So you got to make great choices every single day throughout every day to ensure that you look the way you want to look on stage. And if not, it's going to show. And I don't do well with shoulda, coulda, wouldas. And so I don't I try to make those great choices every single day. So I don't have to say, well, had I not done my nighttime routine, to its extent, or if I would have chose not to eat that cracker, I don't do well with that. So I just choose to stand fast at what I know. If it's on my paper that Samika gave me or Lance, whoever my coach was, if it wasn't on the paper for me to eat, I don't eat it. If they say to train XYZ, that's what I do. So there's no question, hey, if I would have done this different or whatever, the judges didn't see what they wanted to see, I'm good with that. I'm good with that. But I need to make sure that I did my part, and I did my part perfectly.
Mhm.
So.
We have it come from a man, Russ G. He says, I'm you going to make me cry. Yeah, cry, baby, cry. Also, he says, March. Well, my birthday is March 21st. Well, happy
Mark said,
early birthday, brother. Also, we have here, this is from my man, Congress of Life says, cannot wait to see you on the Olympia stage. Yeah, because the Masters Olympia, yeah, the Masters Olympia can also qualify you for the main Olympia because
yeah,
yeah, that's the good thing about it. I know I remember I got the pleasure of meeting a couple years ago the lady who won the women's bodybuilding at the Masters in 2023. That's Rashana Boswell. Is there anybody in the sport you follow that you're a fan of?
Absolutely. Like most of the female, even like the bikini people, I watch them too. Like I feel like we can gain knowledge from all divisions, and I love being able to watch the different styles that each division has and competitor themselves. So to gain little bitty pearls from everyone, I think I love that. But Sarah, as far as like with the physique competitors, like and Sid Gillum, holy smokes! I mean, she was amazing. I hate that she's retiring, but I get like and Samika, she's retiring, and it's just like, oh, cheese and rice. But yeah, I just try to be kind of well rounded and watch it. All the competitive. I watch the males too because you know. If you get a certain pose, then you can try to make it work for you, and especially if you angle it this way or whatever. It's refining those little fine details every time, and as your body changes, it's yes. I try to watch a little bit of everybody.
Well, I will say this. I'm a bit prejudiced. I've been a fan of women's bodybuilding for a long time. Wasn't too much a fan of physique, but I've grown to respect and I enjoy talking with ladies who are in the division. Bikini, I'm sorry about that. Figure, it's amazing division. The men, like I said, I respect them, but I don't really do a lot of content on them. But one person I'm a fan of, I'm always gonna be a fan of hers, and that is the lovely Miss Andrea Shaw.
And
Oh,
yes, yes,
oh
yes.
my
Doesn't
gosh,
she look beautiful on stage? Like,
she does.
oh my gosh.
I want to show you something. I always want to, because this is what I love. I had this issue, and a friend of mine got it for me. And my friend Eunice Kitchen of Bad Rap, I shout out Eunice. She's a great person. She was at Olympia in 2023, and she was there, and she had, I love this, she signed it for me.
Oh, yay. How awesome is that?
Yes, that's so awesome because you know what? I enjoy doing this content. I know it's not, like I said, this is not a sport. This is not something that I make a lot of money off of. But like I said, one of my other guys, like I said, if you're good at something, never do it for free. And
Yeah,
that is my payment for
yeah.
someone like Andrea, just an amazing person.
That's,
Here we got a comment here. We got here. This is from man. Serious Punch says, yeah, "Hey, it's amazing, Samantha. Hey, how you doing, Serious Punch? Thank you. Also, this is from my man Rush G says, wow, that is determination and commitment. Also, this is from my man Davis Adams. Shout out to Davis. He says, stay proud. You did awesome. And this is from my man KL. He says, don't soak your pants, George. Easy, easy. Hey, he's a hater. He's a hater. So he's gonna hate. That's it. I love my haters because you know what? You hate so much, I care so little. So
if you want
yeah,
to see the haters, you bump on my Insta, and yeah, the comments will be all over the place. It's usually
yeah.
one thing or the other. They either like, oh, hats off, you're amazing, or you're like, holy smokes, like you look gross. And I'm good with me. I work hard to look like this, and I am 100% okay with me. So that's okay.
Yeah, that's all that matters. You should only care about what you want to do for your life. Anybody else, if they got a problem with it, that's on them. Like what
Yeah.
we're gonna do, folks, is while we got it here, we are gonna jump into her social media. We jump in her IG. If you want to follow her, her links in the description of this live. Check her out, support her. These ladies can really use that because it's tough being a woman in the sport of bodybuilding. But guys, my saying, and this is a disclaimer. I tell this every time I do this, Samantha. Guys, no D pics. This is a lady
Yeah.
here. Be respectful.
Yeah.
Stop that. Doing this, I become friendly with ladies. They tell me guys can be weird.
Yeah. Well, and girls do that too. And I'm like, yeah, they send all kind of stuff too. Like, yeah. I'm like, yes. So
well,
guys,
I well, I wish some of the girls send me some of that
private
stuff.
and private.
I wouldn't mind if some of the girls see me that stuff. I don't want to see nothing with that. Hey, I play football, take showers with dudes. I don't want to see that. No. I don't want to see that. I want to see what she got. I want to see what you got. No, I don't want to see you got the same thing I got. That'll turn me on. So, folks, we're gonna jump into her social media for a bit here. And here she is, and she is doing a training session here. And who's the gentleman you're working out with?
So that's Damien. That's at Cash In Fitness. That was actually today at the end. We did a finisher with some abs, and that's amazing. I love that crew there. We always push each other, and being surrounded with athletes there is just incredible because you know how it's just different when you team focused, just people who is full of energy and just driven. and it just changes the atmosphere, changes your performance, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it.
Like I said, you really work hard at this. I mean, Nick
Yes.
is a really top competitor. I mean, she really worked with people, do pretty well with them. And here he is. We have some cute pictures of little babies. Who are these cute little
Yeah, so
babies?
that's my grandchildren. We went and picked out our Christmas tree this past weekend, and we're just fun little pictures and stuff like that. Two of my daughters got to go. I have four children, a son and three daughters. And then I have four grandchildren with one on the way 2025. That's two of the grandbabies there. Yes, I'm blessed. I love family. That's my people, and I love that they love and support me 100% with this bodybuilding. At first, it was kind of they wasn't quite sure about it, but just to have their love and support means everything to me. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a good thing you have support children, especially,
yeah.
one thing, our mothers are the most important women in our life, especially for us boys. And I know, how many sons you have?
I have four children.
Four children, and any boys?
Yes, the oldest is a boy. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I know he loves supporting his mom, but I don't know, would you want to see your mom on stage in a bikini bathing suit? Hey, that's your mom up there. Say, hey, don't tell her my mom. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Daddy too. I think he's kind of uncertain about those things, but he's embraced it now and super excited and happy. Yeah, that's
yeah,
Achilles. That's the one
there's a
who's
kid.
whining here.
That's a big dog. That's a big dog.
Yes, yes, he's about 125 pounds. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And here's you working out. And what's the thing you feel like you need, like, after the USA's? And I think Sandy Williamson was the head judge of that show. Did you get to talk to Sandy and what the critique she gave you?
Again, I'm sorry I didn't hear you.
Did you? I heard that Sandy Williamson was the head judge at the USA's. Did you get to talk to her and get a critique? What you need to do to improve
Unfortunately,
for?
we stayed for a couple hours afterwards, but we never got up to her. I wasn't able to get. I hate that. I hate that because I would have loved to hear. Because last year I was in 5 national shows, and what was cool was Sandy was my judge, one of the judges at every single one. And so to be able to have conversations with her throughout last season completely was it benefited me, and I appreciate her. Yes. She gave me some good advice, and every time she spoke of things, and so maybe she sees me now and say, yeah, you did make a difference in my life, and I appreciate that. I thank you, Sandy.
Yeah, Sandy is like I said, a top level judge. She's judged shows from the Olympia, the Rising Phoenix. I mean, she's been in the game a long time. I think I saw they're supposed to be doing some kind of I think next year some kind of a get together with athletes and judges, and some I see some ladies I know because I follow a lot of stuff, and some people send me stuff and say, hey, check this out. I say, oh, that's pretty cool. So
Yeah.
this is a video from you at the USA's, Master USA's. What do you
Yes.
feel like is your, other than your shoulders, what do you feel like is your other greatest feature?
Besides bodybuilding, is that what you're asking?
No, like your physical features. What do you feel like is your best physical feature other than your shoulders?
Oh, I would say my shoulders. And now I've metamorphosized my back. And so my back and shoulders, because last season that was the thing. They kept telling me every single show, your back is flat. You need more depth. My back was like the looks of that, but they didn't like that I had no dimension. And so I started training heavy back twice a week and then hitting it for the third time, just kind of getting blood flow there. And so I did that all through last season and throughout, this whole year. And it completely changed my back. And that's what I'm going to press forward. I have a couple of little things I want to work on as far as refining a couple body parts for my debut, and I'm gonna train them much the same. So 3 times a week, 2 times of that is gonna be heavy. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. And here you are right here, like any bodybuilder, after show, you get a chance to eat. Yeah, it looked pretty good. What was that?
So it was like I think they called it queso lagla burger. Yes. And that you'll have fun reading some of those comments, but yeah, it was a fun night. Amazing people, beautiful, amazing, strong ladies. I was thankful to meet them, and you know, it's great. Bodybuilding is such a great world to meet people who are driven like you, who's committed to health and wellness and being able just to be good with yourself, confident with what you have, and we actually can connect so many to be able to do the same type things, and I love bodybuilding, hands down.
Yeah, like with doing this content, often they tell me that you have to have a passion for the sport
Yes.
because, like I said, there's so much sacrifices, not just your time, your money, your body, your emotions. It's just there's so much involved in it, especially again the money thing. Because compared to the other divisions, especially like the men's divisions like open and classic, banana hammocks and board shorts, y'all ladies, it's a expense. Like it's you have your job as a nurse, and that helps with some of it. Are you sponsored or everything's on your shoulders?
Everything's on my shoulders now, but I'm hopeful to pick up some sponsors and things like that. Hopefully, you know, setting my foot on stage as a pro is going to open up a lot of doors of opportunity. And I pray so before then, too. So, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Here we got here a comment from man Russ G. He says, I wish I looked like you. He laughing. He says. Also, he says, call me a hater like Darth Hater with a lightsaber. Also, he says, I wouldn't hate on you, Samantha.
I think
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. He said, like he says, this is from Russ G. Says, steel sharpens steel. Like, your relationship with Shamika, it really, really helps you develop and grow as an athlete. And also, we have this from my man Davis. I should get back to being super pumped muscles again. Yeah. So yeah,
yeah,
it.
Mika created a great environment there at Cash In Fitness. Just the camaraderie we have, just she's created this beautiful environment of people who are super supportive, super driven each other, and will push each other in different ways. Someone's not feeling well that day, we're right there for them. We're going to be with them the whole workout, and just the love and support and encouragement that goes on there is amazing.
Mhm. Yeah, it's good that you know it. Like I said, this is a tough sport to be in, especially for a
Yes.
woman. Then again, and it's good that you have support of your family, your friends, someone like Shamika. Because you know what, as I said earlier, people don't understand, and to look at y'all, especially as a woman, they say like she's trying to be a this, she's trying to be a man, yada yada yada, making
Yeah.
comments. But instead of this, you are an athlete. You've been an athlete for a long time, and also you were in the military, so